might have seen our faces for a second, right? Wait, I don't even know if they can see us yet. Start lowering this down. So, yeah. We have William Marchese here and Gary Buller, which is Earl Grey meaty chunks with jelly. Wait, did I said Earl Grey. That's not right. That's like tea, right?
Yeah, that's a tea, I think. Yeah. Hello, guys. Hello.
We have a picture of. Oh, there he goes. It's Gary's refrigerator.
Yeah.
So we have an important announcement.
Yeah.
Gary's got his shades on. Yeah, this is the final episode of our old format. I mean, actually, this is the new format, so this is the first episode if you want to think about it that way, but...
Yeah, sorry guys, we played a bit of a joke.
Well, it wasn't really I mean, technically it wasn't a joke. We are...
Technically it's right, yeah.
Yeah.
And we are going to go out blazing. So, if I can get this paparazzi from taking pictures of me, you know?
Yeah, I can't do the, clapping.
Oh dear, that's a shame. So Will, how are you?
Well, I'm doing good here. It's not exactly the way I wanted it, but this is gonna have to do for now, until I can figure out OBS and all the streaming things. I mean, this is actually it's pretty good because I think the frame rate is better this way, but Gary can't see me. I can see Gary, and you can see part of my screen, which is not what I wanted. So I have to figure out how to format this. But for now, I think this is pretty good.
Yeah.
I can't even look at the YouTube thing, but that's okay.
Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame.
So I don't even know if we're live right now.
Can I have a look? Shall I have a quick look?
There goes Gary. Gary's got his cigar out.
Yeah, 1 minute. I'm just checking on the video, see if anyone's watching. One watching.
That's probably you. It should be 2 now.
Oh, not yet.
Here, let's get some branding on the. We're live, everybody.
We're live.
You said that just before the flower went into your mouth. All right, so it doesn't really matter, to be honest with you. I was just messing around with this until I can do a few things. But you were telling me about you're going to be going to Vegas soon.
I hope so. Yeah, it's all sort of booked. No, it's not actually been booked yet. It's all sort of kind of been approved by my place of work, and I'm looking forward to going out there for the first time, and I'm going for work reasons primarily. There's a lot of stuff there that there's an expo that I'm going to. There's going to be a lot of stuff there that I'm going to be learning. But yeah, I'm also going to sort of have nights in Vegas, which is going to be quite interesting.
You said there was a burger place you wanted to go to. That's like
Yeah. I don't know if anyone's heard of this place. It's called I think it's called the Heart Attack Grill. It's a restaurant, a burger restaurant and diner somewhere just off the strip that obviously serve burgers and milkshakes, but everything that it serves is full fat. You know, there's no diet stuff.
So basically for Americans.
Well, the funny thing is, if you're over £350, you eat for free. There's a massive scale outside.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not joking. There's a massive scale outside the restaurant, and you stand on it and they weigh you. And if you're over £350, which is, I believe, 25 stone in English money, you get to eat for free.
Wow, it should be the other way around. Like if you're under that, you get to eat for free, right? I mean,
it's madness. You sort of turn up, you weigh yourself, they put a hospital gown on you. You know, the sort of thing that goes over your arms and there's the hole down the back. They put one of them over your clothes, All the waitresses are dressed up like nurses. The
Oh my
waiters are
god.
dressed up like doctors. And I'm not joking, guys. Check it out. You know, you've got to see it. And they they have a what they call a vegan menu, which is basically a menu with cigarettes on it.
Oh shit.
That is the only vegetarian stroke vegan thing in the entire place. Aside from the well, I suppose even the milkshakes are not vegan, are they? But everything is purposefully full of calories. Everything, you know, um, and they hold the Guinness World Record for the largest. I think it's the biggest calorific content in a burger.
Wow.
So I think one of the burgers they do, I think it's like the sextuplet or something, or is it octuplet? I mean, it might be octuplet. There's 8 burgers on it. In between each burger, there's a piece of cheese and bacon, and they stick the burgers together with pork fat,
Jeez.
and there's also chili on the top of it. And I think it weighs in at something stupid like 12,000 calories,
Wow.
just for the one meal. But what's quite kind of funny about it, and what I'm kind of looking forward to trying, it's going to be really funny, is if you don't eat your meal, then you have to bend over, and the nurses paddle your bottom with a paddle to punish you.
What?
Yeah, so the wait if you don't finish your meal, the nurses say bend over. You have to bend over. They get a paddle, and then they whack you behind with it
Oh
as
my.
punishment for not eating your meal. And you get to keep it as a souvenir. You can buy it as a souvenir. The paddle that they whacked you with. Um,
That's crazy.
so it's mental. It's one of these places that can just see being really funny with a bunch of friends. You know, going there and just you're weighing yourself and then eating ridiculously unhealthy food. And then afterwards, if you don't finish your meal, then getting your bottom smacked.
But what if you don't want to take the paddle? Then
You've got no
then
choice, man. You've got to do it. It's part. Otherwise, you know, you don't eat there.
what do you like sign something?
Yeah, yeah. There's a disclaimer. Apparently, and I don't know how true this is, so don't sort of, source me on this. But I believe 2 people have died there since
Oh
it
my
opened,
god.
just from like cardiac problems. um, it's very much tongue in cheek what they do, and I believe the food is sort of slightly north of average. But just to go there and just to experience something ridiculous like that is something I'd really like to do.
Yeah, that's crazy. It sounds. I mean, it sounds fun.
It's yeah, yeah. Can you imagine just you and a bunch of friends doing it, and you know, being desperate to finish a burger, otherwise you get a good spanking, you know.
Oh man. Well, on other news, so we're trying this new format, with the video, and it's it looks okay. I can't figure out how to get me and Gary on the same page for some reason. I can't figure out how to get Gary to see me, and we're actually a little pressed for time, so I'm just gonna do it this way this week. But we have 3 really good subjects um, that we were discussing that we wanted to talk about. Um, Let me see if I can pull those up real fast. Oh, I was actually I was looking at one of your stories.
Oh, okay. The one I sent you the
Yeah,
other day.
the
Ah,
remake.
okay. Yeah, cool.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, so I mean, so the first story, the first video that we're going to be making is about like staying stagnant and staying on Twitter and not wanting to move on because you got comfortable, and I can see that happening. I mean, um, you get comfortable, you don't want to move. Sometimes people in their job, they get that way. They don't want to move on to another job because they're comfortable and they're scared of what's next. So that can be something that's frustrating for a lot of writers. The other one is I heard an article about the woman who played Pepper Potts in Iron Man,
Oh yeah. What's she called?
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Gwyneth Paltrow. Yeah.
She wants to leave because she feels that it's like from what I understand, how I felt when I read it, she feels it's kind of like childish. It's
Mm.
not the genre she wants to be known for, I guess, or she's getting tired of it, or what have you. It could be also the same reason why the people from The Walking Dead are leaving.
Yeah.
What are you, Peter Steele?
A girlfriend's girlfriend. In the jar with you.
Oh my god. Um, no, but the whole
Long
point,
dark.
the whole, the whole question of that is, you know, would you stick around doing the thing you love, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
you got writers that,
Oh, we're moving right into it.
yeah, you love writing, but maybe you don't love writing romance novels, but you become
Mm.
popular for that. Look at Dean Koontz when he first came out. He was branded a horror writer. He didn't really want to be just a horror writer. He wanted to do other things and
Mm.
romance and all that stuff and such. So, but he was making money with the horror writing. So the question for the second episode that we're going to do is: would you want to stay doing what you're doing, even if you know, like it's not the genre you want to do, but it's something you love? You're still going to be writing.
Mm.
Okay. Uh, hmm. I don't even know. What was the third one? I think we had a third one, but I can't look
Was
back.
it to discuss Into the Spider Verse? Was I can't remember if that was one of
Oh
them.
no, no, we could do that now if you want.
Yeah, what was part of the live show? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So, yesterday I had the pleasure of watching Spider Man Into the Spider Verse with my daughter. Um, First of all, um, I think the style of it, in terms of the graphics and the way that it's animated, is absolutely brilliant. Um, it's very much a comic book style, um, and it sort of doesn't take itself too seriously either. So it parodies itself. There's a moment that made me laugh out loud at the beginning where they sort of slightly parody the Tobey Maguire, is it Tobey Maguire dance from Spider-Man 3?
Yeah.
When he's walking down the street and he's dancing, he
Oh
sort of
yeah, yeah,
jumps the shark a little bit. They parody that a little bit, and there's a parody of the old 70s or 80s Spider-Man cartoon as well. Um, but it sort of revolves around a young African American kid who um, witnesses Spider-Man being killed inside a sort of giant reactor
yeah,
thing that can split time and split dimensions. Anyway, long story short, um, he manages to sort of pull five versions of Spider-Man, including Spider Gwen, Spider Pig, and this Mecha one, um, from other dimensions, and they all sort of battle against the bad guys.
yeah,
I mean, my opinion of superhero films is not going to be particularly popular. I know a lot of people won't like this, but I don't like them generally.
yeah,
I mean, I watch them and I think, oh yeah, that's okay. But I never think to myself, oh, I really want to watch the new Avengers film. I still haven't watched the latest Avengers film. It doesn't interest me at all. I think it's a dated idea. Back in a time when there's America was at war with Russia, and there's the whole thing going on, and there's the need for a hero, and they men dressed in tights and stuff like that. I think it's a different time, and I think the only reason we have it in this day and age is because Marvel have got a massive um, street cred now, and they can basically bring out anything. They're going to make a shitload of money out of it. So um, I think that's the only reason why we're seeing all these films, just pure financial reasons. The same way I could argue, and this isn't going to be popular either, the same way that we're seeing new um, new Star Wars films and stuff like that. I don't like Star Wars, but I know that there's going to be Star Wars
oh yeah,
left, right, up the caboose. You're going to you're going to get origin stories, and you're going to get all sorts just because Disney have bought it,
yeah,
and they're just going to try and milk the hell out of it. Um, that said, I did enjoy Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, um, and I would recommend that you watch it. And at the end, I sort of thought, oh yeah, that was actually quite good. But I've no sort of um, compulsion to go back and watch it again.
Yeah, yeah.
If you know what I mean.
I mean,
So
it definitely looks interesting. You know.
it looks beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful with this, and it doesn't just stick to one comic style either. It's sort of the different dimensions of different styles.
Yeah.
So it's really clever the way it's done. It's funny. There's like a few laugh out loud moments in it, as I've already mentioned. Even my little one was laughing, at some of the bits in it.
Yeah.
Um, is it groundbreaking to an extent? Was it nominated for an Academy Award, or it won an Academy Award because of the animation or something? Maybe I need to look that up. But yeah, it's in terms of the animation, yeah. But generally speaking, as I say, I won't go back to it. If I had to give it a rating, I'd probably give it like 4 out of 5 fingers up your ass.
Well, you do know the censored dog is not here right now. Oh my god. Jan says that your voice was coming in low. I just raised the volume on it. That should work
Oh,
now.
that's it.
Okay, yeah, he
Is it?
says a lot better now. See,
Oh,
that's why we're
cool.
doing the live thing to weed out some of
Perfect.
these problems. See, I
Yeah.
got my Zevia.
Okay. I was going to have a beer, but I've been watching Manchester United, who are my football stroke soccer team, um, and I've already had like 4 cans of cider. But I might crack this one open, and I can show you live, can't I? On this, this is great. So this is Orchard Irish cider.
Mm.
So I might crack open this little baby. It's best served cold, and it certainly is cold. 4.5%.
Oh, that's kind of weak for you guys, huh?
I don't know. To be honest, man, I don't like it too strong. Um, I mean, some beers are really nice. Like the Desperado is nice, but that's like 5.5%. A tequila beer.
Yeah.
Um, it's a bit too strong sometimes. It depends what mood you're in. I mean, I think Corona and the Mexican beers, Sol and what's the other one?
Tecate.
Tecate and what's it? Something Negro, something Blanco. There's 2 of them. Modelo.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think the Modelo's, those are very much summer beers for me. You
Yeah.
can sit and drink them in the summer when it's nice and warm because they're very light and they're not very strong. Hopefully, if when we go to Vegas or whatever, that's the drink of choice of the guys I know that go over there. Corona, because it's a warm place and it's like a nice light beer. Whereas if you drunk sort of Guinness in hot weather, it's just like treacle, isn't it?
Yeah. Guinness is more
So
like a winter sort of. Well, for me at least, I don't know.
yeah. No, yeah. The porters are definitely winter or autumn beers. Um, so just bear with me a second as I crack this open. So, so have your buddies seen the new Spider-Man?
No, no one's really talked about it, to be honest. I mean, I want to see it. I have so much. I'm so movie logged. I'm back to the other Spider-Man that just came out, the new one.
Spider-Man: Homecoming, is it?
Yeah, yeah, and they're already making a part two to with that guy. So I'm like so backlogged. I haven't seen that. I think there was an Avengers movie I missed, and there was yeah, there you go. There's Avengers movie I missed, and I believe what was the other one? Oh, I didn't see the Black Panther yet.
That's good. Well, that's another one. It comes under the same remit as this new Spider-Man. The Enter the Spider-Verse. It's good, and it is good. That again has been awarded for a load of nominations and stuff. But the thing is, I wouldn't go back and watch it again. I've got no compulsion to see it again. Men in Tights, man. What is it with Men in Tights? It's like they've been doing this since Robin Hood.
Oh, like the superheroes. Yeah. Well,
Big strong men.
that's why I liked Iron Man because he didn't, he wore.
Yeah, but there you go.
Yeah, I think they need to do another Iron Man, but a lot of people don't agree with me. So what can you do?
I thought Iron Man was quite funny. I think what's the guy called? Um, what's he called? The guy in Iron Man.
Oh, Tony
The
Stark is the
actor.
yeah.
Yeah.
ah, this is terrible. This is why
This is
live
why
live
this is
is
why you
not
need to
where it's at.
research.
And plus, I can't even do anything with my screen because I have to keep everything like this because it's capturing the screen.
Hang on a second, I'll tell you. It's when I say it, you're just gonna go, oh, because I can see his face in my head.
I'll probably
Robert
get it.
Downey
Yeah,
Jr.
yeah. Damn.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I thought it was quite good. You know, but I don't have compulsion to see them again either. I thought the films that attract me most horror. You know, about that's the sinister, type of films. You know, the
Yeah,
ones that sort of draw you in. And but the only problem with that is, a shitty horror movie is a lot worse than a shitty superhero movie, probably. You
yeah.
can get some awful horror movies out there, probably because there's more of them. We've just been really lucky the past couple of years. There's been some really good horror.
Well, in
You
my
know, it's
opinion, too. I mean, so a superhero movie is sort of like Hallmark Channel around Christmas
Hmm.
time. You watch it to see the decorations in the background. You don't really care too much about the story. You're just,
No,
seeing like it's like a postcard. Where the horror movies, you have to actually get into them. They have to, take you in, and they have to scare you, and they have to pull the reader or the listener in.
yeah,
So
yeah, that's it. And I mean, just off the top of my head, I can think of like Get Out, Hereditary. Um, what's the one with the Bird Box?
mm,
Um, just off the top of my head, like in the past 2 or 3 years, they've been absolutely excellent.
yeah,
And there's probably two or three more that I'll just kick myself that I haven't mentioned later on. What's the one with the blind guy? That was really good as well. With it had her out of the Evil Dead remake in it.
blind
They
guy.
break into his house and he's blind, but he's got really advanced hearing. And he turns all the lights out in this house and he sort of stalks them. Um,
Oh, that sounds
so-
like a good premise, though.
yeah, it's really good. It's a cracking film. Um, oh, that's going to really annoy me, but that was fantastic. And also the one where the girl is just continually stalked by that that creature, and it's like a metaphor for STDs and unprotected sex.
Hmm.
Um, what was that called? Where she's continually being followed by something. It's got like an 80s synth. Um, it follows.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah,
That was a
yeah,
good one, actually. That.
yeah.
You know, what's another good one? Jane Doe.
Oh, I've not seen that one.
Yeah, that was a surprising one. I didn't think it was. I mean, I thought it was going to be okay, but I didn't think it was going to be as good as it was. And
Mm,
it was pretty damn good. It actually had me, which is rare. It had me kind of scared in the middle of it.
yeah,
Yeah, so I was kind of.
Jane Doe. I'll check that one out. Um, there was the autopsy of. Is it the autopsy of Jane Doe? Is it?
Yes, Autopsy of Jane Doe. Sorry about that.
Yes. So
That was
anyway,
the
I've
one.
seen it. I have seen it's brilliant. That. Um, Mark Nixon doesn't like that one.
Oh, he doesn't like it?
No, I keep joking with him. He thinks it's really overrated,
Hmm.
and he says it's full of plot holes. And I suppose it is to an extent, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Um,
I guess it's the point of view of the two people that are the main characters, pretty much. I guess
yeah,
you really can't. Once you get locked into a certain point of view, you can't show other aspects. Otherwise, you kind of destroy that point of view.
yeah, no, exactly. It's going to annoy me though, that other one. Can you remember the one, Lise? The one with the guy that was he deaf? No, he was blind. They break into his house. Can you remember? No,
Let me.
no. I'll look it up one sec. Um, it's got her out the Evil Dead remake. Uh, no, one sec. Jane Levy's in it. It's called Don't Breathe.
Mm,
Yeah, Don't Breathe. It's called. It's got Jane Levy, Stephen Lang, who was in Avatar, um, and yeah, they're a bunch of thieves, and they break into his house, believing that he's got this safe full of money.
yeah, I remember
Uh,
that.
it's,
I remember
and it's
that one.
a little bit like sort of a bit like Home Alone, but horror. This guy's got loads of traps. Have you seen The Collector? That's another one that's very good.
No,
That's another one that's very much like Home Alone.
I'm
Yeah,
unfortunately I don't get to watch many movies or TV shows as much as I want at least.
yeah.
Which I have to change that because I'm missing a lot of stuff here. What the
Come here, baby. This is what you get for putting me on camera.
Oh my god! And live.
Mm,
This is going to be hard now to edit these shows live because now I'm going to have to see my face over and over and over and over and over again as I go
that's the
back.
point, actually. When you're editing it, our faces are going to be jerking all over the place, aren't they?
Well, mine actually, Jan just told me mine is doing it a little bit because I think the this desktop this desk that I'm using is kind of shaky.
Mm.
So I wanted to put like a shelf on the wall and put my monitor up there, so it should make it more stable. Um, I haven't had a chance to do that yet, but I'm just gonna try not to touch the desktop.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about, the shows that aren't live when you're editing them as well.
Oh yeah, I could take those parts out.
But when we're talking and it's on video, if
Yeah,
you cut a sentence out or a couple of words, it's just going to look. You're going to visibly be able to see it, aren't you? You're going to see.
yeah, that's like the YouTube. A lot of the YouTube, you see that a lot anyway. That's like something
Mm,
normal. And if you do it good, if you get it at just the right point, you won't really see it unless you're
mm.
moving around a lot. Like me, you probably won't see it because I'm more stationary while you're like kind of moving around. But I don't think it's going to even make a difference. Oh, look
No,
at that. Yeah, he has a mouth.
he does. He's not an ass. Oh, he's an ass.
He's like, get off me, man. What's wrong with you?
Sit, sit, you cock. Sit,
Oh my god.
sit down.
Wow, that was fast. He wants to
Yeah,
go
he does.
outside.
He does.
Yeah, it's a nice floor.
Thank you.
I like the stone look.
Yeah, it's only lino. It's not real.
Oh, it's not actual stones?
It's not actual stones now, but it looks like it.
Hmm. Oh boy. So we've bored the listeners enough with our live
Yeah.
presence.
You cocks.
Jesus. Just
We,
say,
we ain't going anywhere. We ain't going anywhere. Unlucky assholes.
oh,
um,
there won't be a live show next week. Oh my
oh man,
god.
yeah. How many listeners have we got? We have 1 minute. Oh, I can actually. We've got three. Oh, listeners. And Jan says, "What about the first alien or Touristus?"
Altaristas.
Yeah, Touristus was good. That was the one where they go to a beach, I believe, and it's a bit hostel style. The first Alien's brilliant, like a haunted house in space. But I
Mm.
really like Aliens as well. And I like the Aliens arcade game as well. I used to play on that a lot.
Yeah, but a lot of those old horror movies were good. I mean, the stuff
Mm,
today, it's kind of hard because there's too much CGI and there's too much. I
mm.
was listening to something. I don't know if you were telling me. Someone was telling me this. What ruined horror movies? Oh no, it was an article I read in I think Writer's Digest.
Yeah,
What kind of ruined horror movies is the cell phone.
yeah,
You're not isolated anymore. It was the guy from Goosebumps, R.L. Stein. It was an
yeah,
article I read, and he says there's a lot of things you can still create those fears. What the hell's going on? You can still create those fears with the you can have their cell phone break or the battery go out or something, but a lot of the old fears that we had in the older horror movies are void now because of modern technology.
mm,
So,
yeah. Have you seen the film Hide the Sausage?
oh jeez.
No, have you seen it? It was made in like 1992,
This is
I want
real?
to say. Yeah, it's a film about a guy who really wants to hide his sausage, and he finds a place and he buries it. He buries it good and deep. Well, then the problem is he can't find his sausage
Wait,
once he once, he,
I got
once
my
he's
finger
buried
over the stop recording button.
it.
Got him.
Well, I like the way for a second the way you go, is it real?
I thought maybe I was like, this can't be real. Something's gonna.
Oh dear. What, like sticking your finger up your ass?
Jesus. I'm gonna have to pull this one down and edit it. I didn't do
Oh,
that for the last one.
oh no, no. It's,
I
it's a
think,
live one, and it's
yeah,
it's
it's. I
you
think
know
there's new things that YouTube gives you now where you can cut certain things out.
right.
But
Okay.
it's very very rudimentary. It's like a very weak sort of editor.
Right. Yeah. I'm just having a look at the live chat. I can see. I can actually watch it at the same time as talking. Which is a bit strange. So I can see you
Yeah.
um, leaning back. Well, you're leaning forward now. There's a bit of a delay.
Yeah, it's delayed.
Yeah. So. Oh, so yeah. So you could actually, if something happened, you could stop it or pause it.
What the
Because
feed?
of the delay. If something came up that was like really offensive, you could just cut it off, couldn't you?
No, they don't give you any of those tools.
Oh, don't they?
No, unless they do, and I can't find them. But it doesn't really
Right.
matter. It's.
Oh, cool. So, shall we move on to the recorded
Yeah,
shows?
let's start. Yeah, because it's getting a little late.
Yeah, what we're saying, 10, 15 minutes each?
Yeah, I'd probably less. Probably a little less than
Yeah,
that.
cool.
Maybe 10, and then I'm
Oh,
gonna cut them down. Our ums and all that crap.
nice.
All right, everybody.
Yes.
We'll see you Monday. You.
I'll see you. I'll see you on Monday. Not you. Not you. You.
And with that, here's the ending.
Yes,
All right, let me stop this. No Easter eggs here, guys. This is the live.